Morgan Parker, president of US real estate company Taubman Asia, joins Reuters in Hong Kong to talk about real estate opportunities in India. Morgan, thanks very much for joining us. Now, why does India form such a key part of your expansion plans in Asia?
In the retail sector, we're really looking at two or three key economic indicators. One is the GDP statistics, a second is retail sales, and a third one is the actual size of what we call the consumption class. And of course, everyone knows that India is a very large economy, fourth in the world on a PPP basis, and it's also an economy that is growing at high single-digit rates. More importantly, retail sales have been growing at mid-teen percentage year-on-year growth, which is very, very encouraging.
To what extent do you think India has eased restrictions on direct investment for foreign retailers?
Recently, the government decided to allow single-branded retailers, foreigners, to come into the market. Obviously, we consider this a very, very promising development, and we hope that it will lead to further deregulation of the market and a more level playing field for both domestic and foreign retailers.
Now, rumour has it you're in talks with ICICI. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
We've spent the last 6 months in India trying to better understand the landscape of the real estate market, the banking market, and the retail market. ICICI is a dominant institution in India, a real leader in their sector across many, many financial fields. They also engage in real estate activities. We've been delighted with the discussions that we've had with them. We've met many, many companies. We've met many developers who we would consider potential partners, and indeed we've met many leading retailers who we would consider potential partners as well. All of these groups we've been delighted to meet, and we've been very impressed with not only what they've achieved to date, but the very robust and thoughtful plans they have for the future.
Can you give us any timeline on anything to be announced?
I would expect in the near future we would be able to make an increasing level of commitment to India. Our company has identified India as one of the most important markets for our expansion. We feel that the timing into the market is ideal. India is often described as being 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 years behind China, and we think that that is consistent in our sector, in retail real estate. We're very encouraged by the growth of shopping centres, the propensity for Indian consumers to shop, and their desire to shop in formats that we create.
A lot of the Indian cities, such as Delhi and Bombay, are pretty expensive to buy land there, and also restrictions on the amount of land you can buy. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Unfortunately, a lot of the shopping centre development that has taken place recently in India has been what we call for strata titling or flipping. So many of the developers will build the shopping centre and then strata title, which means cutting it up into shops and selling it off. That's a function of high land prices. It's also a function of the lack of availability of debt to fund a lot of these developments. So not only are we looking for maturation in the real estate sector, we're looking for more maturity from the banking sector. We take for granted the ability to get project financing in a lot of markets around the world. That sector is still very immature in India.
Morgan, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you, Nina.